What's good, boys? I was just cleaning my room and stuff, but I haven't posted on this in a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I need to post on this because I wanted to post on it. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna talk about a few things which has been on my mind while I was just cleaning my room, just sorting out stuff. I thought, might as well record a video. I mean, it's not that hard to do. So, yeah. I don't know. I just something that's been on my mind this week, especially with trials and the volleyball season starting, is just like one idea, which is that I don't think I realized, or this week I realized how much I actually want it compared to other people. Okay. And I know I sound stupid right now, but hear me out, okay? I feel like people in people in general, they they want something but they don't want it enough, right? Like, for example, um you know, I'll use me as an example, okay? I feel like there are a lot of people who want to be state players, want to be college players, and um want to be the best, okay? And I feel like a lot of people, they get to the level that they want, but then they stay too content at that level, which means like they don't want it that much, okay? So I don't know. What I realized, I don't know if this is just me, or this is just how I was born, or maybe because in the past, like I've had experiences where me not being like persistent in my development, me not being persistent in my development led to like my fall off, and maybe that's what's motivating me now. But I feel like when people get to a certain level, um, when people get to a certain level, they stay really content, and they, just because they have a certain like title to their name, they stay too content and are too satisfied in the position where they are, right? Let me just fix this camera up a bit. Let me just, yeah. Anyways, point is, I feel like, let me fix this up. Hold up. This is actually okay. Anyways, point is, I feel like people are way too content with the way that they are. Okay, I feel like that's okay. Um, like for example, like some of the boys that I coach, like they reached a certain level, which is like, for example, they want to play U16 D1, right? And they're really content with that, and they get really happy. And I think it's good to be grateful for the opportunities that you do get and to kind of soak up that moment. But I feel like they gets to a point where, you think you're on here, and then you're just entitled to every single thing which you want coming up without having to do the hard work. I saw that a lot this year at trials, that a lot of people who I coached last year, or I saw around in the volleyball community last year, these kids, I mean, they're just kids, so it is what it is. I'm a kid too, but these kids, they're like, because they were at a certain like level last year, they were really entitled to automatically be subjected to be in the same position that they were in last year. Whilst um, in something like sports, your competition is what justifies where you are and where you're not, right? And I feel like these kids, they expected to be in the D1 level, but in my opinion, they weren't eligible for that because everybody else was grinding, and locked in because they probably didn't make the team last year, so they really wanted it this year. And they trained a lot, and I saw improvements from like the last year trials. And then the same kids who were really entitled to their status that they were before, they luckily fell off, and they still felt like, oh, because I was D1 before, I should be D1 now. Okay. Point is that I feel like a lot of people stay too content with what they are. And again, it's not a bad thing. I mean, you can be content and soak in the moment, and that's good. But I feel like it gets to a point where just because you're someone right now, just because you're out of position right now, it doesn't mean next year you're going to be the exact same person. Okay, just because you're on the top right now, it doesn't mean you're doing the exact same thing. Or sorry, not even doing the exact same thing. You lowering down and just calming down and not having that drive anymore to get better is going to give you the same exact result, okay? Because that's the reason you were D1 is probably because you trained a lot for it, right? If you don't train anymore, you're not going to get it. And I also realized this for myself. I feel like as a volleyball player, I low-key got a little too crowded in the fame, a little too crowded in all these people seeing me, saying, oh my God, it's Beyond Volleyball, and then dapping me up and saying, oh, I love your content, and saying, oh, you're such a good player, you're my inspiration. I feel like as a player myself, it made me a little too comfortable. And then I rocked up to trials, and I didn't play bad, but I didn't play to the standard that I expected to when I said last year, I want to be this player in the future. I wasn't that player when I came to trials, okay? And I feel like some athletes, they take this the wrong way. A coach will tell them, oh, you're not at the level that we need and you're not at the level that we want. And even though you were this player last year, we're not going to take you this year because you're not what we want. Like at this, we're not what you expected, okay? I feel like a lot of people, they start crashing out. They're like, yo, like that the coach is bonds. Like he doesn't even know what he's talking about. But they never ever think of themselves. Like if you yourself don't train and you want to be better and you want to get to a certain level and you want to compete with a high level, you're not going to do it by doing nothing. Like the reason you got to where you were was because you did something. If you do nothing and stay content, you're obviously going to downgrade and fall off because other people are going to be going up and you're going to be going down, okay? But anyways, quick point. That's what I realized in my this year trials, okay? I low-key fell off. My condition has been really bad because I've been focusing on all the content, focusing on the clothing brand, and I've just been focusing on other stuff because I thought that, you know, this volleyball glory or the success that I had would never fall off. Well, in the back of my head, I didn't think about it and say it to people like that, but that's what I was thinking about subconsciously, even though I thought to myself that I wasn't being ego, okay? But I was getting a little too comfortable in my position. Only until I was in trials, and then I went to the trials and I did not perform how I wanted, okay? I was not the star player anymore. I was playing with men, and playing with men is a different level, and I can't be the star player anymore if I don't strive to be the star player. I feel like I expected that I was already a star player without actually giving the effort and planning out how to be a star player. Like I just thought because I was a star player last year, when I go to the next level, I'm automatically going to be a star. And that's just what I kind of thought in my head. It sounds stupid, but like subconsciously, that's what you think. That's what people think. So anyways, point is I realized that and then I came to trials and I was so bad and I was like, yo, I low-key fell off. And for a week, I was crashing out. I'm not gonna lie, I actually hated myself. I was on like some BP edit type stuff. It was getting bad. Like it was generally getting bad, and I thought that I was cooked. I thought my career was over because I realized I didn't go to the gym that much because I was focusing too much on the work. But you know, I was so immersed in the success that I had, or I was so immersed in other things that I didn't really focus on the volleyball. I didn't find that balance like I did before. But anyways, point is that I wanted it. I wanted to prove myself in the upcoming season. And I'll still have the chance to do that, which is why I'm grateful. But I really want to prove myself. So that's why as soon as trials finish, I was like, bro, you know what? I'm going to just lock in because I want this. I want to be the best player I can be. I want to compete. I want to play at the highest level and I want to be ready for Canada, okay? I want it. That's one thing, okay? I want it. But how bad do I want it? I told myself like, I want it so bad to the point where I'm going to refix my whole schedule, change every single thing that I'm doing right now to optimize to reach that goal that I want. So as soon as trials finish, what I did, it's right here. Like I wrote it down. If you can see it, I wrote it down. Training plan. I made a training plan and I stuck to it. That's one thing that I did. I stuck to it. I stuck to the training plan and that's what I've been doing. Ever since trials finished, I've been going to the gym so much. I've been watching volleyball. I've been not just making content, I've actually been watching volleyball, analyzing it, teaching myself all over again from the basics, and really spending time pondering and thinking about how I can be a better player. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been sleeping like maybe 2 o'clock every single night. Not because I'm on the phone, but I've been having sleeping problems just thinking about like how can I be a better player? Because inside I just wanted that bad because I feel like I didn't do good and I know I didn't do good. But something inside of me just wants to prove everything wrong, and not prove people, just prove myself, because I know myself that I messed up. So I wanted to prove myself a lot, and that's what I've been doing. I've been going to the gym every single day, even though I don't want to. I've been going to the gym and just following like a structure, being like a robot. And look, I've been seeing results. Like my physique right now, I'm not gonna leak it, but like it's actually not that bad now. Like it's been getting really good, and that's what I'm happy is I'm seeing results. And I realized that the only reason that I am where I am right now is because when I was not performing, um, I didn't just ego it and say, oh, that's not fair. I should be in the next level. But clearly, like stats don't lie. A trial is a trial. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Of course, there's biases and stuff, but if you're good enough, then regardless of the biases, you're still going to be able to make it. So that's what I realized I need to lock in. So I locked in. That's what I did. I trained, and I'm still only like week 3, week 4 into it. But if I keep this up, because I want it, I want to prove myself, right? I want to prove myself. I want to actually be a good player, and I need to, because this is my brand. If I'm a bad player, if I'm a horrible player, I'm cooked. I can't make videos anymore. You get what I mean? Because I need to back up everything I say. And that's the pressure that's being put on me. And that's probably why I want it so much. I mean, you might find your motivation from something else. But the reason I want this so much is because everything falls on me. You know, everybody's watching. And if I'm not the best person I am right now, that's my whole brand, trying to be the best person. If I'm not the best person right now, then I'm cooked. Which is why I just told myself, just shut up. Just shut up. Think about it. Write a plan and just work. Because I want it, okay? Simple. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is, if you're an athlete and you're complaining about not having what you want and not being able to make the team and think there's biases and stuff, there's always going to be biases. But at the end of the day, if you want it that badly, even if there's biases, you're still going to work as hard as possible. I'm talking about like cry, like tears, like sweat, like the cliche stuff. But you're going to want it so bad and you're going to do anything for it. And even if there's like 100 obstacles, if there's one little pathway to do it, you're going to do it if you want it, okay? And what I'm trying to say is if you really want it, then that's what's going to get you there by taking action and doing that. And maybe that's why your competition got the spot over you, because they wanted it more than you, okay? And that's why every single day, I think to myself, how bad do I want it? Because I realize that there's probably someone out there who wants it better than me. And that's what I say to myself, like, do I really want it or not? So every single day I just refresh, or every single few days I just refresh and I say, do I want it or not? And I look at where I am, and if I don't want it, then I'll leave it, okay? There's no point me investing 50% of it, 50% of my time into something if I don't want it. But if I do want it, then I'm gonna put 100,000% into it, okay? And that's that. Anyways, that's the vid. Appreciate you boys for watching, and yeah, that's that. Thank you guys.